What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, we're going to talk about my time again at the National Special Olympic Games in Minnesota and the first round of the NBA draft. But before we do that, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, comment, tell anyone about the show. I'm trying to get the ratings up a little bit, just a little bit. And if you wonder where you heard this before, that's because you've been listening to me Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I greatly appreciate your support. Now, if y'all been listening, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm a referee for this week. Boy, it has been fun. I'm telling you, I'm actually thinking about getting certified. I might have to get certified, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason why I say that is because this is actually helping me. This can actually help me create a better product, a better show, if you will, right? It forces me to study the game of basketball even more so. But also, I can expand my knowledge and talk about different avenues of basketball. I can expand upon the Special Olympic Games. I can talk more about WNBA, NBA. I can even focus on the officiating aspect and saying, well, look, maybe we should give a little bit more grace here. Or, you know what, dang, that ref is actually trash. I don't know how they got their shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. And again, if you have not ref before, but you've complained to the ref before, I suggest and urge you to try and ref before you complain next time. Because again, it is a tough job. I can't lie, all right? It's hard to blow the whistle sometimes. Like, I know when you watching the games, you like, bro, how'd you not call the foul? Put the whistle in your mouth, get on the court. I promise you, you might go, nah, I'm good. Like, I promise you, bro, because I've done that a couple of times already. But at Special Olympic Games thus far, we're getting closer to the playoffs. I'm going to make sure I got some footage for y'all. Be looking out for my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my TikTok, all my social media. You know what I'm saying? Even my Facebook. I may throw some on Twitter. I don't know yet. We'll play it by ear. Because, Twitter be trying to tax for that premium account. You know what I'm saying? But overall, right now, we've seen some good games. We've seen some different areas, some different places, some different athletes. We got places like Mississippi, New York, North Carolina, and DC out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about for basketball. Virginia is out here too for football. But we got a couple teams. Even Minnesota. Shh. That's a surprise. Like, no, they got some good talent out here, bro. And there's some people out here that I really want to go run some ones with or run some fives with, play king of the court. These athletes are athleting. You understand me? Like, they are moving them puppies. We playing defense. We just saw a double overtime game, ladies and gentlemen. I was wishing for a triple overtime. I'm telling you right now, the game is fantastic. The fans are amazing. And again, I'm saying that maybe a little biased because they have not been heckling me really at all. Like, I think the worst that I got was, hey, coach, they hitting my player in the head. And that was the ref. I mean, that was the coach. And I'm like, I'm letting y'all play, champ. I don't know what to tell you, but I hear you, though. That's the worst. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if this is what refereeing is like more often than not, which I'm positive it's not, this is a fun and entertaining game, I promise you. But I want to get into the fires. Go into the fire. Be in that war zone. See how bad it really is. Because, oh my gosh, I know what I said sometimes before is to a ref. It can get a little tragic. It can get a little tragic for sure. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, the games have been fun. And this is nationals. Think about it. This is just nationals. I can't wait to see what the world games look like. So I'm looking forward to, hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully good things happen to good people, and hopefully that means I'm a good person. But hopefully I can go to World Games, the next up-and-coming World Games. The next national games apparently are going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. Word on the street. Shh. We got to wait to see. But overall, though, I hope you're paying attention to my excitement because, these games are spectacular. And I'm about to go ref today, too. So let me go ahead and talk about this NBA draft right quick so I can get ready to go referee. Now, NBA draft 2026. Off top, I'm not talking about the entire first round because we still got the second round to talk about, too, for another time, for another day. Like, for example, how is Isaiah Austin not picked up? I actually kind of understand it. Henry Vessar, I kind of understand it. Like, there's some players that are still on the board that you might think based off name don't quite make sense. You know what I'm saying? But we got to wait and be patient for them. So Isaiah Evans, you know what I'm saying, out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, you can't be mad at a boy from Fayetteville. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We'll see you drafted in the second round, champ. But that first round, Wizards, thank you. No. It's like, seriously, thank you. Okay. I understood why you could have gotten Darryn Peterson. Hell, John Wall said it. And I was like, you know what? That does make sense too. He actually could play alongside Trae Young, right? Darryn Peterson is a quality defender, or can be at least. Good metrics, good measurables, capable scorer. But what you get in AJ Dybantsa, and keep in mind too, Darryn Peterson's a dog, don't get me wrong. But AJ Dybantsa, he is a dog for sure. 6'9", most athletic in the draft. I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, he gave us a 7'0.75" wingspan, 8'8" standing reach, 42 max vert. His shuttle run was on par with Darryn Peterson. And again, Darryn Peterson about 6'4", 6'5", a little shorter, a little less pounds, right? Lane agility, he beat him in. Max vert, he beat him in. Standing reach, it was actually a lot closer. It was really a lot closer. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, the point I'm trying to get at is both these two players can score. They can get a bucket without question. What put me on the AJ Dybantsa train, Anise Jr., as they call him, at least at his house. The reason why I did it, because look, we got about 5 extra inches of height between AJ and Darryn, right? AJ can be a little more versatile. Again, like I told you, both of them can get a bucket. We can talk about Darryn Peterson's long-range shooting, but AJ can actually shoot the 3-ball a little bit pretty decently. Mid-range, the man's a specialist. And he can get to that cup, too. I told you he got a 42-inch vertical, ladies and gentlemen. That is the highest vert, I believe, in this year's draft class. So, I mean, when we're talking about star talent, you got to think about this. He's been projected to be the number 1 player in the draft ever since his, freshman year? That's pressure. And he has what? Done nothing but excel every single step of the way. Y'all remember Cooper Flagg, right? I've been saying AJ Dybantsa and Cooper Flagg are going to be them wings, them forwards that usher in a new era. Like, I cannot wait to see AJ versus Coop. I promise you, that's going to be some good basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Especially as time goes on, especially as they get stronger. Yo, it's going to be ridiculous. So, when I'm looking at here, Wizards, again, I say thank you. Because a lineup of Trae Young, maybe Keyshawn George, maybe AJ Dybantsa, Anthony Davis, and Alex Saad. It don't sound too bad. It really don't. Or you can even bring Trey Johnson into the starting lineup as a 3-point specialist. Wizards, I might be going to a game or two next season. I'm just saying that off top. So I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Thank you. But I'll talk more about the teams. Let's go ahead and move on down to the Jazz. Because like I said, I already talked about Darryn Peterson a little bit. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we talking about a player who about 6'4.5". We round up 6'5", but still 6'4.5". That's what they say. $199 weight. 6'9" wingspan. 8'7" standing reach, which that math does not math at all, but we going to rock with it for right now. You know what I'm saying? Max Burt, 37.5. So that's not bad. Actually, matter of fact, it beats out a couple of the players listed on this here list in the top 10. So athletically, he cool. But the thing that brought him to my attention, ladies and gentlemen, because I did consider him at number 1. I genuinely did. And I wouldn't have been but so mad if Darryn Peterson went to the Wizards. But why I believe he fits a little bit on the Jazz, because they got Keontae George. Keontae George has been hooping. He's been getting a bucket. But I don't believe they came to a contract extension just yet because they want to see more out of Keontae George. So if that does not pan out, Darryn Peterson is going to have a hell of a time with the Jazz. Because you still got Ace Bailey. You got Lauri Markkanen. You got Jaren Jackson Jr. You got Walker Kessler. You got a couple pieces on this team now. If you got a top player like him, top pick like him, I'm going to say this. In high school, Darryn did beat players like AJ, Anise Dybantsa. You know what I'm saying? He did beat Cameron Boozer. You know what I mean? He angered Caleb Wilson in the McDonald's All-American game because he won't pass it to him. That's because he thought that he was better than Caleb Wilson. And you know what? That might not be too far-fetched of a thought. We'll talk about that later, though. But Darryn Peterson, ladies and gentlemen, he has that dog in him. And some people can actually try to make the argument he has more of dog in him than AJ and Cameron just because he beat them in high school. And respectfully, too. Like, he scored and he was guarding AJ Dybantsa as well, too. And remember, there's like a 4 to 5 inch difference in height between the two. And keep in mind, when they went to college, BYU had AJ. Kansas had Darryn. Darryn went to that game, that first half, and put belt to what? Ass. That's BTA work, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, listen, he cooked that first half. Now, he sat out, I think, the second half with hamstring injuries, which might be a problem. I think he said he had too much creatine, and that messed up his body or something like that. We got to wait to see. But if that don't happen in the NBA, the Jazz got themselves a really spectacular talent. And again, three-level score, quick release. And that's something you need in the NBA. So the Jazz definitely got themselves a quality player. We just got to wait to see how great these players can be. But let's go ahead and talk about the number 3 pick. We're not going to go far. We can talk for days about these picks. Cameron Boozer representing them Blue Devils. Oh, man, listen, all right, Memphis, you got yourself a stud. I'm telling you, because, boy, Cam was moving them puppies for us this season, man. All-American type, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, he did win. National Player of the Year type. Ooh, he did win. Like, the man, if it weren't for AJ and Darryn, easily would have gone number 1. Now, you might not be able to say easily because Caleb did play well. And I wonder if Caleb Wilson, if he didn't get injured, what would his March Madness have looked like, right? Cameron Boozer, folks been talking about his lack of athleticism. But I'm going to be honest with you. At 6'8", right? He's a little shorter than AJ. Now, keep in mind, he's a little shorter than AJ. That did surprise me a little bit. But it's all right, though. Because he's a grown-ass man. You know what I mean? He's a grown-ass man. 253. And he only 18. Let me say that again. 253 pounds. And he only 18. Been called one of the strongest 18-year-olds we've seen. But here's the thing. You know, we got some bigs like Ade Mara, right? He might have like a 7'6" wingspan. Cameron Boozer, and he's 7'3", by the way. Cameron Boozer has 6'8.25. Yeah, his wingspan 7'1.5". Standing reach, 9 feet. Keep in mind the rim is 10, so hell, he barely got to jump just to try to block stuff. You know what I'm saying? 35-inch max vert. It's not the best. You know what I'm saying? It's not the worst. It's not the best. But we already knew he wasn't a rim protector. We already knew he wasn't. Well, he wasn't. He's not an above the rim player. He can get above the rim though, but he's not getting up there like AJ is. But hear me out though, because lane agility, AJ Dybantsa had 11.6. Guess what Cam Boozer had? You guessed it, 11.6. Shuttle run, 2.99 for AJ, 2.95 for Darryn Peterson. These are forwards and guards. And Cam's supposed to be a power forward. I guess technically that's a forward, right? But he also might play center. And his shuttle run was 2.99 as well. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking about Cam Boozer, we saw what he did in college. Grown man. He got good versatility. He actually shot 50% plus from the field, about 37% plus from the three-point line, and 78, 79% plus from the free throw line during the season. Those are pretty spectacular splits as a freshman. Again, an 18-year-old, holla at your mama. Like, argue with your mama. There's an argument that could be made that Cameron Boozer could have been drafted higher. And I love the fact that he's on this Memphis Grizzlies team because I want to see what him and Zach Edey do. Because Zach looks to be like a high moral character player. Cameron Boozer is a winner. He's been a proven winner time and time again. But here's the thing. I think this helps the Memphis Grizzlies out with their John Morant issue. We'll talk more about it. But all I'm saying is maybe Cameron Boozer, if he plays well enough, could be the face of the team. And that makes John Morant act a little different. Hopefully good. But if not, you can look to trade him and then potentially get something because now you got Cameron Boozer as your guy. I'm just saying Cameron Boozer has that type of potential. He come from good stock, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out Carlos. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Carlos Boozer. And he has a wonderful story too, by the way. So again, pay attention to that. We'll talk more about it later. But just from hoops, Yeah, Cameron Boozer. He could be one of them ones. Speaking of somebody who could be one of them ones, Caleb Wilson. Man went to the Bulls, right? Fourth pick. Hear me out, because he was at UNC. People were talking about how he gives them Kevin Durant vibes and Kevin Garnett vibes and all these other players. I see it. I can see it. I'm not saying he's going to be the same player as them. I'm not saying he's going to have the same career as them. But there is something about Caleb Wilson that I do genuinely appreciate. The thing I don't appreciate is Buddy went to UNC, but that's another discussion for another day. But he was at UNC hooping, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now. He played really well against us. Look, Duke did not lose that much. We lost to him. Because he was hooping. I got to give credit when credit's due. And at 6'9" in a quarter, 211 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan. 7 foot and a quarter wingspan. 9 foot standing reach. He's 1 inch taller than Cam Boozer. 42 pounds less. Not the same wingspan, but it's around the same ballpark. Same standing reach, which, all right, that checks out mathematically. Max Burt was a 39 and a half, ladies and gentlemen. No wonder he be, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, he was, you know what I'm saying? He was coming down the lane, Euro 1, 2, get a bucket. Emphatically, like he was catching them dunks, bro. I'm telling you right now, he caught at least a couple bodies. There's a couple of grave sites at Caleb Wilson's land. I'm telling you that right now. And then the lane agility, he did not do better than Cam Boozer or AJ Dybantsa. That could be technique. That could be. Because Darryn Peterson got the same lane agility as Caleb Wilson, apparently. His shuttle run, though, that one was kind of surprising. 3.11. Like Cam, Darryn, AJ, they all got 2.99 or below. So I was surprised that his shuttle speed was like that. But overall, athletically, Caleb has proven himself. Scoring-wise, he has proven himself. Now, he's got to improve his weight. You got to uptick that a little bit. You got to. I think we saw from Chet Holmgren this season and kind of Victor Wembanyama, you can get pushed around a little bit. You can have all the talent you want to. Hell, I'm skinny. And I'm telling you right now, sometimes it get a little tough going up against folks who are a little stocky. But he does have heart, ladies and gentlemen, because, again, his McDonald's All-American game, he ain't get that many shots because of Darryn Peterson. And when he came back, or when he came to college, UNC did play against Kansas. I want to say, I forget who won the game. I genuinely do. But Caleb was dominating out there. And it was all because he had a vendetta against Darryn Peterson. Players who have a chip on their shoulder, you got to look out for. And he also said, too, he wants to be the GOAT. Now, keep in mind, Buddy went to UNC. A lot of people say that Jordan's the GOAT. So maybe that's just good marketing. It could be. But I like Caleb. I do. And it hurts because he went to UNC. But the Bulls got themselves a quality player. You already got Josh Giddey. I like Matas Buzelis, who, again, when he got drafted, I appreciate his energy because I love players who cry on draft night, I don't remember seeing not a player cry on this draft. I did miss after the fifth one. I will say that now. I followed it on my phone the rest of the way. But I did not see no players crying. But I did like Matas last year, who did cry. Or whenever he got drafted. But Caleb, I think, compare well with Matas. You can put either at the 3 or 4 spot. When Caleb's strength is up, you can put him at the 5. Small ball 5 again because he got good length, good athleticism. He can also bring the ball up. 3-point shot, I will say you got to improve a little bit, but that anybody can. You can improve your 3-point shot, all right? I'm telling you that right now. Lonzo Ball, his rookie year, was crappy from 3-point. But as soon as we traded his ass, you know what I'm saying? He started getting a ratty on him. Brandon Ingram, same thing. I'm just saying, so again, ladies and gentlemen, there's a world where Caleb can be a better 3-point shooter relatively quickly. So I think the Bulls got themselves a wonderful pick. Matter of fact, somebody told me they hope that Caleb Wilson lands on the Clippers. I actually like him on the Bulls because he can get some really quality minutes and become a star player. If you play on the Clippers, currently point in time, unless they trade Kawhi Leonard, you might not get as many reps as you would like. So I'm glad that he is on the Bulls. No bull, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Caleb. Wishing you the best. And finally, we're not going to go down this whole list because we could talk about a few players for sure, and I may talk about them another time, another day. But ladies and gentlemen, Keaton Wagler at number 5 for the Clippers. Now, Keaton's very interesting, actually, because I didn't expect him to go this daggone high. I really truly didn't, if I'm being honest with you. I can't even tell you what the boys' wingspan is, standing reach, max vert, lane agility, shuttle run, height. You know what I'm saying? Like it's I don't know. But I think he's about 6'5", actually. But he did play on Illinois, and they did go pretty daggone far in the college game. And I will say this, as a freshman, he did hoop. He a little thin now. You know what I'm saying? He a little lean. Like 180 pounds, 6'6". So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty skinny. I'm about $180 myself right now at 6'2", 6'3". I'm going to say 6'3". I like 6'3" better. I don't know, man. If he adds weight, it could work out. But I was curious why they didn't go with maybe like a Darius Acuff Jr. But I think because the Clippers already have Darius Garland, I think maybe that factors in a little bit. Maybe that says that they're going to work with Darius for like 2 seasons, maybe. And they potentially look to trade him if it doesn't work out. Because Keaton also played point guard for Illinois this season. And again, they went to the Final Four? Like he played pretty well in the Final Four. I gotta give Buddy credit on that for sure. Now, it's crazy because in high school, he wasn't even a top 100 player. Like, he emerged as a college star. Call that late bloomers. So what I saw from Buddy, he got respectable decision making. Good height so he can see over the defense. Shot looked okay. In the Final Four game, he was struggling a little bit, but he was clearly Illinois' best offensive player, like by far, as a freshman. And that's got to be some pressure right there. And he did okay. I listened to his parents. His parents said that he's a killer, which keep in mind everybody's parents going to say you a killer at that point in time. But he got the baby face going. So maybe I was, you know what I'm saying, not judging him properly because of that. I didn't like the game in comparison to some other players. Like again, a Darius Acuff giving me 26 and what? Or 23 and 6 with good assist turnover ratio. That's not bad. But maybe his intangibles are what sold the Clippers on drafting him. So taking a chance on Keaton Wagler. I'm telling you, again, he's got good size. 6'6". I don't know about the length, right? Like his wingspan. He won't that explosive to me. So maybe that does hurt him in the NBA. But again, he young though. What happens if he works out? And you don't always need athleticism and explosion. Cameron Boozer, again, not an above the rim player. You can get by with IQ. Jalen Brunson is 6'3", 6'2", something like that. I don't see him flying above the rim. But he just won Finals MVP in the championship. So there's a world where Keaton Wagler does thrive with this Clippers team. And I think fit mattered because, again, he can play alongside Kawhi Leonard, Benedict Mathurin, Darius Garland. I will give him that he's pretty versatile. And again, he went pretty far as the lead dog for Illinois. So I'm not losing sleep over Keaton Wagler being drafted number 5. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and stop it off because right here, I'm just go down the rest of the list. The Nets getting Mikael Brown Jr., but he was really inefficient, kind of surprising. Okay talent, good height to him, about 6'4", 6'5". We'll see how it shakes. Darius Acuff Jr. getting drafted by the Kings. I want to see what this looks like because Russell Westbrook was on the team. I'm curious if he comes back. I'm curious what the Kings actually do, matter of fact, because they're looking to trade Sabonis too, so they're looking to rebuild. So Darius is going to get a lot of reps in. He's going to get a lot of reps in. And Coach Cal been trying to say, hey, look, bro, y'all should not pass up on this man. To be fair, he said that about Jamal Murray as well too. And Jamal might be a little overrated. Jamal had a good career. Might be a little overrated because I think he tried to say he's going to be the Michael Jordan or whatever. I'm like, I don't see no Jordan. But Darius has been called the best guard by Coach Cal. That could be marketing. But remember, he's had Derrick Rose, John Wall, Brandon Knight, like so many respectable NBA talents. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We've had some hoopers. Again, I said Jamal Murray. So if Darius is being called the best guard, we got to wait and see. And I'm going to be honest with you, too. Buddy's metrics look all right with me, too. So he cool with me. Kingston Flemings. He arguably could be the best athlete in the draft. I mean, Buddy's 6'2.5", 40.5. Max vert. Quick lane shuttle at 10.61. Shuttle run at 2.69. Like that. These might be the best metrics in the draft. And the Hawks got him. That's what's crazy. So, I mean, the Hawks might have a decent little prospect on their hands. And I'm going to be looking to see what the Hawks do, especially because they might even get Jaylen Brown potentially. That's another step for another day. But Kingston Flemings, Hawks, number 8. Then we got Morris Johnson Jr. going to the Mavs. You don't know who this is probably. But if you watch the college game, if you watch the championship game, yeah, he was moving them puppies. Like, if he was not on the floor, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think they beat UConn. I don't get me wrong. They had some good talent on their team. But Morez was hooping both offensively and defensively when they needed it to at specific key moments. I'm not saying he was the go-to scorer. I'm saying he was scoring at go-to moments. And that's what the Mavs can use. I think on the Mavs team, he'll be a role player. But he's a high-energy role player, and that's what you need. Also, you need to look to try to build around Cooper Flagg. So getting an olderish player like him, I think he's about a sophomore, junior maybe, that works. And again, he understands his assignment. His role on this Mavs could be very similar to what his role was in Michigan. So kudos, Mavs, for getting this one right. Braden Burries to the Bucks, number 10. Braden was okay. Overall, metrics, you know what I'm saying? I think people like Braden, 6'4", 205. So that's good stature, right? I think he's the oldest freshman in the draft. Might be viewed as like an average athlete. So that's something. But he is at least a well-rounded combo guard. So I don't look him as a point guard. I look him as a combo for sure. But again, because of his height, because of the combo aspect, you can play him at the 2, you can play him at the 1. Think he may have to work on his defense a little bit. Just a little bit, but who doesn't have to work on their defense, right? Offensively, he might be all right. Rotation player right now. Let's see what happens as time goes on. Because, again, the Bucks already have players like Ryan Rollins. Ryan was actually doing pretty well, too. So, I mean, you got a couple guards over there, long story short. I'm not going to go down the whole list, daggone it. But I guess the Bucks did okay. I guess, it was an average pick. No disrespect, Brady. No disrespect. Warriors with Yaxel Lindenberg. That's not too bad. Funny enough, he did say that he didn't like Steph Curry when he was younger because he was a Kyrie fan. Respect, too. I'm sure they can laugh about that for sure. But Yaxel was a really solid player, bro. Really solid player. And the fact that he was able to do what he did in the championship game on a bad knee, that spoke volumes. I understand he was a senior, but like there were look around the season, he looked to be the best player in college, like the best player. He looked like it at times, and I'm talking about over AJ, over Cam, over Darryn. You just draft them over him because of their potential, and he's a senior, so I get it. But I think the Warriors got themselves a quality pick, just like I think the Thunder got a quality pick too. I was talking with one of my boys. He actually said they should go with Adai Mara. Good Lord. And I was like, I can hear that too, because you can try to part ways from Hartenstein. Adai Mara is 7'3", I believe, with a maybe 7'6" wingspan. That's not bad at all. That's not bad. Now, some of these guys got a bigger wingspan for sure, but 7'3" is still 7'3". Nobody's at that height in this draft, I believe. So, Adai Mara going to the Thunder. You already know how the Thunder defend. They just need some extra rim protection. And him and Chet in the future could be a little interesting to watch. I really hope that they keep Chet, because somebody just told me they're going to try to trade Chet, and I'm going to be really pissed if they do. But him and Adai Mara could pan out. Nate Ahmed going to the Heat. No, I'm lying. He going to the Bucks. But he was drafted by the Heat for sure, so that could mean something. But the Bucks got a decent player. He was supposed to be top 5 at one point in time. Dropped a little bit in the rankings. Time at Tennessee was okay. I thought he was a little questionable in the high school. NBA talent for sure. Kind of gave me Scal Labissiere vibes. But he's still I think he's better than Scal. Offensively, at least. Offensively, at least. Good length to him, about 6'10". Metrics were okay. I need to see a little bit more scoring prowess out of him, a little more aggression out of him. But again, ladies and gentlemen, you can coach that up for sure. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop right there because, again, I just wanted to get to Nate because he is from Woodbridge area, you know what I'm saying, from the DMV. I saw him in high school a couple times, so I just wanted to make sure I give him some love. But overall, so far, the draft went pretty well. It went pretty well. I ain't got nothing to complain about. I'm curious Cameron Carr's game for sure. I need him to be a defender, lockdown defender, because I'm a Lakers fan. That's who we drafted. We traded for him too, so it's crazy. But I'm curious how he plays out. But overall, first round over, second round comes on tonight. So stay tuned. And yeah, I'm curious, ladies and gentlemen, did anybody mess up they draft? Oh, the Spurs got Jaden Quaintance. I forgot about that one. Listen. If he pans out well, if he's injury-free, they got themselves a stud on their team. I'm telling you right now, be weary because the Spurs might be doing some things, and they just got to the finals. It's gonna be scary. They draft right. Oh my gosh, I'm heated. I wanted my Lakers to get them, but I'm curious. Who do y'all think messed up? Who do y'all think got what right? Who are y'all most excited to see get drafted? Did you think your team did well? Let me know. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that does conclude the end of the episode. So please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. I hope you are all having a good one. Take care.